Hey everyone, it is Havo High here bringing another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. We are on Global and we're going to be doing a full breakdown on the brand new Androids category that basically has just recently dropped. So JP's had this for a little while, not that long, but Global's getting it a lot earlier and we're getting a lot of different units. I'm going to do a breakdown of the units along with some team building, and hopefully you really can benefit from all this information. So with that, if you are new to my channel, of course, like, subscribe, comment below. Let's get to it. So I'm going to first start off with the category leader, and that is MVP 17, Ranger 17 here. The art is on the art on the left is the SSR that TURs into the art on the right. The art on the left looks great. I love that green aura. But the one on the right looks kind of weird with his like little beam in the eye there. I wish they would have done the barrier, the green barrier for 17. But either way, you know, card art looks okay. Not one of their best out there. However, the unit in it itself, he's pretty amazing. So it is the last ditch battle Android 17. He is a super physical, and like I mentioned before, he is the Androids category lead, key +3. HP and attack 170% with a defense of 130%. So much like Angel Golden Frieza and Super Saiyan 3 Bardock, it is a 170% attack leader with the HP at 170%. So it has a secondary leader skill in super physical units, key +3 HP and attack defense 90%. So that gives us a little bit of opportunity to maybe put someone there that's a physical unit that might be a support lead, or maybe some sort of LR. At this point in time, it's not really that usable because we'll talk about the support unit that you want to use if you're running this category. Anyway, so super attack is the grand explosion, causes immense damage to the enemy, lowers attack and defense. The passive skill is the cutthroat survival strategy. Passive skill is really good. Attack 120% when performing a super attack, and then allies +3 to key and defense 60%. So it already self buffs because the Android category does have some key issues, but with this +3 to key, it's pretty awesome. And then also reduces damage received by 40% when HP is below 77%. So if you are running at 77% HP at all times, this guy can be a great tank as well. So link skills is right there. I won't go through all of it. The things that you want to make sure that you kind of have on the team, you want to look for shocking speed, Android assault, infinite energy. Those are ones that provide some key links on there. So his categories are really good. It's on the, he has of course the Android category, Universal Survival Saga, and the brand new representatives of Universe 7 category. So he is actually one of the best in slots for LR Friku, LR Goku, and Frieza. If you do pull this unit, he's probably going to be most used on that team versus running the Androids. But hey, we are talking about the Androids category today. So yeah, that is Android 17. Very amazing unit. Definitely would want to summon for him. But since we got him early, we might see him, you know, again in the future on different Dokkan Fests. So sometimes it's a lot harder to pull on when he gets introduced on the first. The banner here. So I'm rambling. Okay, so the next one we're gonna go into is a non-Dokkan Fest. This is actually going to be a part of the general pool of SSRs, and that is going to be Android 21. So Android 21 here looks incredible. This is basically going to be a part of the Dragon Ball Fighters campaign, and Android 21 Dokkan awakens into transformed 21, and then also there's an evil version. This unit is really good. However, the stats are kind of low. So if the stats were higher, this would be a really great unit. But the stats are just a little bit low there. And she is also a Androids category leader. Now the difference is she's HP and attack and defense 150% across the board versus 170% to HP and attack and 130% defense there. So in a sense, we have two category leads for Androids, which is a little bit surprising. So, but this is in the general pool, not in the in a considered a Dokkan Fest unit. So the super attack is Photon Wave, causes immense damage to an enemy, recovers 10% HP, and the passive skill is Transcendental Urge. Key +3, HP and attack and defense 90%, and then the attacked enemies attack and defense is -20% for 2 turns. So that's really nice as a 2-turn, not a 1-turn issue on there. Now, there is a transformation. Let me just go quickly through the Link skills. That does have Android Assault on there. Runs Fear and Faith, which 17 doesn't have, and Fierce Battle, which is beneficial there. So she might be off rotation or on a different rotation than 17, but you know, you can kind of run in different ways, or she can be, you know, you can run her as the leader. So the categories, of course, Android. Full power and enhanced transformation is only on JP right now, but she does get better as time goes on when we do get those categories there. So like I mentioned before, the stats are kind of weak there. So let's talk about the transformation. The transformation, what needs to happen is it's going to be a 30% chance to consume cell and transform when HP is 50% or above, which is nice. So usually you're in high health in this game. So HP is 50% or above starting from the 4th turn though. So you have to wait on this to transform, and that's always an issue. We have to wait for a certain turn to then be able to buff. But you have a 30% chance, which is actually a fairly low chance on that end. I wish they would have bumped it to 50%, but 30% chance, and you transform into Predatory Urge Android 21 Transformed Evil. So the only thing that's really different here is the passive skill. Key +3 still attack and defense 130%. So a really nice buff there, from 90% to 130%, and recovers 13% HP at the start of the turn, and then disables enemy guard when performing a super attack. So that's really nice there. It removes the debuff, which kind of sucks, but I do like the disable enemy's guard when performing a super attack. So everything else is the same, but the chances of you transforming is kind of still a low chance at 30% after the 4th turn. But all in all, it's nice to have this little buff on there, and when she transforms, she stays this way for the remaining of the fight. So that's beneficial. So that is Android 21. We're now going to go to Android 16. Finally, 16 gets a really good card here. The one to the left is the SSR, which Dokkan Awakens to the right on the TUR there. And he is the new form and resolve Android 16. His leader skill is actually tech type 2, key +2, HP, attack and defense 90%. So that's really nice there. And it's a super type. Is that a super type? Yeah, super type tech on there. And he has the health slash, which is awesome. He's actually doing it in the card art here. Greatly raises defense for 1 turn and causes supreme damage to enemy, which I wish they would have gave him immense damage there instead of supreme. But this is a tank unit. This is really not for damage. It is definitely to tank hits there. Steadfast Spirit, attack and defense 80%, which is nice. It does get an 80% attack boost there. But look at this, plus additional defense 30% up to additional 90% per Android's category on the team. And if you're running an Android's category team, you're pretty much going to get the full buff. That's 170%. 170% increase in defense with a high chance to guard all attacks as well. Awesome. So probably one of the best tanks in the game, minus the ones that, of course, reduces all damage. So it has androids and resurrected warriors. Link skills are okay. It does have Android Assault, which is beneficial there. It has Gentleman, and that works well with another unit that Global doesn't have, and that's LR Perfect Cell when he comes out. But you know, links are okay when it comes to this category. So remember, it does a lot of these units are self-sufficed by passives. This one needs a little bit of bump when it comes to super attacking. So finally, the last unit that we're gonna break down and talk about is the Android 21, the free-to-play one. So you're gonna be able to grind the Android 21 here and get this unit. And the reason why you want to do this is if you're gonna run an Android category team, she is the support unit. So she's the transformed good version. She also has a leader skill. Androids key +2, HP and attack and defense 50% if you don't pull 17 or the strength version of the Android 21. Her passive skill is the one that I want to focus on, and that's Androids category allies key +2 and attack and defense 30%. So support unit there, fantastic. Does have also some good link skills on there. Has shocking speed, which helps with a couple different other units there. Has android assault and big bad bosses. So it doesn't have fierce battle, unfortunately, but has shattering the limit. So the category is androids, peppy gals, and enhanced transformation, which is only a part of JP now. The nice thing also about this unit, you can run both. So if you don't have enough good android units and you want to run double support, you can run double support, because she is android 21 normal and her passive skill is android's category allies key +1 attack and defense of 20%. So you can run both of them here on the same team, and if you want to do that, that's fine. It's not optimal, but you do have that option. So it's a nice free-to-play unit to get right away. So part of the storyline, pretty easy to get. So let's talk about team building now with the last few minutes I have in this video. Let's talk about what your team might look like if you're running a full androids team on global right now. So there's two units that we don't have on global that on JP makes this team a lot better. So first and foremost, let's focus on this team here. You're running LR androids, which isn't that great, but you know, links up very well. You have Super 17, you have the new Android 21, and you have Strength Cell, and you have some other support and other alts that you have on the bottom there. This in itself, I wouldn't say that maybe the optimal, but this is a good enough team to run. You should be able to do a lot of the missions and quests here. What's going to happen is when LR Cell, and that's really the key thing, is when LR Cell drops, and also the EZA Perfect Cell drops, then you can actually run this team, and this team is actually really good. Now, once again, because he provides that 90% to super physical, could you put in like a LR Gogeta or some weird super unit on there? Sure. It just won't really link up very well, but either way, the nice thing about Android 17, he does provide key to other units, and so you could put something crazy like some physical LR units on there, you know, Trunks or LR Gogeta or something like that. But this would be the team that you would probably run if LR Cell does come out, and when he does drop, and then go ahead and pick him up and run him on there. But as of this time, this is what's going to look like. So if you don't want to summon on Android 17 right now because it's not fully optimal, you don't have to. I think he will come back again, and of course Android 21 is going to be part of the general pool. So in a sense, it's going to be up to you to decide on where you're going to take this and what you want to do. But with that, hopefully you guys got enough information on the androids category that has dropped on global. We are getting this in a sense 4 months ahead of schedule, 4 to 5 months ahead of schedule, because this was the last Dokkan Fest for JP before the 250 million download celebration. So yeah, that's the breakdown. If you are new to my channel, of course, like, subscribe, comment below. Thank you guys for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll catch you next time.